Hello, welcome to my little talk on collective teacher efficacy, or my subtitle, We Cause Learning. I wish we all had buttons that read, I cause learning, exclamation point. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. This quote from Henry Ford I think is very appropriate. Our beliefs drive our actions. And so we're going to look at our beliefs today. What is collective teacher efficacy? Well, it's the collective belief that all of our students here at East Buchanan can learn, and that we, as the adults at East Buchanan, can get them to that learning that they need to do. It's hinged on causing at least 1 year's growth in 1 year's time. Collective teacher efficacy is also hinged on the belief that, yes, we know a lot of the answers right now, but there's some other answers that we need to find together to get every student to full success. And it's hinged on the belief that as a team we can actually find those right answers and carry them out. Of course, it's hinged on high expectations. And it's based in working together. We can't do this by ourselves. We are not silos. It takes the whole system to educate each kid. John Hattie talks about things called effect sizes for individual practices. So an individual practice might be like small group work or direct instruction or using compare and contrast or any of many kinds of practices. So he does the study from he puts together lots and lots of studies, and then he calculates this effect size that talks about how effective each individual practice is. And he has found an effect size of 0.40 that he calls the hinge point. And any practice that scores at a 0.40 or above is considered highly effective, and it correlates with that 1 year's growth in 1 year's time. So there are many things that are 0.40 and above. So as an educator who has high self-efficacy, you might be thinking, oh, I hope the next thing she does is put that list up there, because I know that there are some things that I'm already doing on that list. I know there's some that I'm already kicking out of the park. But or is it hitting out of the park? Oh, sorry, bad sports metaphor. Anyways, maybe that's a mixed sports metaphor. I don't know. Anyways, you might be wishing I'd give you that list because you know that there's some that you are hitting out of the park. But there's maybe one other that you could work on, that you could add to your list of accomplishments and grow yourself. But I'm going to tell you that I'm not going to give you that list. And so if you are a teacher with high self-efficacy or an educator with high self-efficacy, you're a little disappointed at first, but then you get over it really quickly because you know that you can just email me and say, hey, Val, give me that list. And I'll go, oh, yes, I will do that. And I'll send it right to you. Or you'll go to your administrator and say, hey, can you help me find that list of 0.40 and above practices? And or the colleague across the hall, and you know that you're just going to Google it. You have a plan and you know that you can find those things out. What I want to talk to you about is this collective teacher efficacy. Hattie has found that collective teacher efficacy, if your school has this, has a 1.57 effect size. 1.60 would be 4 times the 0.40 hinge point. So it happens to be the number one practice for causing effective learning in a school. So since it has this possibility even of being such a great thing to have at your school, then maybe we ought to take a little closer look at it. One of the things we know is that collective teacher efficacy, that's about all of us together, and it's at least in part based on individual educators' self-efficacy. So we want all of us to know and believe that we cause learning, and then as we have that individual self-efficacy, we can build our collective teacher efficacy. At this point, I would love for you to go to the second video.